Do you want to create high quality works with efficiency, precision, and get the best final outcomes? Then you need good quality art supplies. In today's video, I am going to be telling you guys about my favorite art supplies. These art supplies have not only made my art process faster, easier, but they also allow my artworks to last longer. We don't gatekeep here on this channel. I'm going to share all my favorite art supplies because if there's one question that I keep receiving, it is that what art supplies do you use? Now, it is important to use good quality art supplies, but it is also important to know how to use them. So you can check out my previous videos for the art making process. I am going to be beginning with oil paints. I am an artist based in India and I personally love the Indian brand of Camlin. Camlin artists oil paints, they are just amazing and they work amazing. I have never faced any issues with them, so if you're in India, I would highly recommend that. Otherwise, I also love Winsor and Newton artist paints. They're available internationally and they work perfectly. One major difference that I noticed was in the consistency. The Winsor and Newton paints were more thick when compared to Camlin. So yeah, one product that has changed my life when it comes to oil painting is oh god, there's a fly, is a palette scraper. If you use a glass palette, which I highly recommend you should, it is just so easy to clean, it is so easy to work on. You could just scrape the paint right off the palette and it literally reduces the paint removal time from like 20 minutes to like 2 minutes. I'm not even exaggerating. It is so much more easier, and I think if you use a glass palette, it is a must have. For the basics, I use turpentine, I use linseed oil for oil painting. Turpentine is mainly used to clean the brushes, and probably just liquefy paints if you need to. An alternative for turpentine is Gamsol. It is less toxic. Turpentine is toxic, so you should essentially work with turpentine with open windows. Something that a lot of people struggle with is brush cleaning. Brush cleaning, I get it, it's very tricky, it is irritating with oil paints, but what I personally do is that after I've completed a painting, I first clean all of my brushes thoroughly with turpentine, then I use soap and water to get rid of the turpentine from the brush hair. You could use a dishwash soap, it quickly removes the oil, so yeah, I would recommend that. Another thing which is essential when you're painting with tubes is a tube roller. It basically just squeezes out the paint. I don't think it's very necessary. You can just get it if you just want to speed up the process and if you have the resources, but I wouldn't say it's an essential. Now for acrylic paints, again, it's the same as oil paints. I love Camlin, I love their artist acrylic paints, and Winsor and Newton have great acrylic paints. As far as brushes are concerned, I'll be very honest, I don't care if the brushes are cheap or expensive, they should just work well. There isn't any particular brand that I would recommend. I just love all brushes. I just have too many, and I honestly use all of them for different things. So yeah. For acrylic painting, I would recommend having a spray bottle with water and just spraying it onto your palette every once in a while to avoid the paint from drying out completely. This will save you time and paint. Let's move on to colored pencils. My personal favorite brand for colored pencils is Faber-Castell Polychromos. They blend very well, but they're also precise enough to give you details. I think they're the perfect consistency, and I've made many pet portraits, portraitures, many things with Faber-Castell Polychromos, and they work really well. If you're a beginner and you do not want to invest in Faber-Castell polychromos, I would say get the Staedtler pencil colors. They're really good, they're good to practice with, and you should first actually buy them, figure out if you like pencil colors, and then move on to Faber-Castell polychromos. Something that I always do with my colored pencil artworks is use a fixative spray. I know you technically do not use a fixative spray on your pencil drawings. It just increases the longevity of your paintings, and it also gives your artwork a very cohesive look because now you've sprayed it. It kind of gives it that shine, and I don't know, it just looks amazing. You could try it out on a smaller artwork and see if you like that. When you're creating a colored pencil artwork, it is really important to get rich highlights, and for me personally, I love using jelly roll pens, especially the white one. It gives amazing highlights. You do not have to worry about anything. It's just amazing. Let's move on to graphite pencils. In short, I would say that I use so many different kinds of graphite pencils because you really need different values and tones and rich blacks and probably grays, and you do not want the shine, and you need like multiple erasers, and it's like a lot. So I have like an in-depth video of my graphite drawing process. You could check it out if you like. I'm just gonna link it over here. I think it's very important to watch the entire video, and it really just takes you through the process while I'm also making a painting, so you really just get my very authentic opinion and my favorite art supplies for graphite drawings. Now, very random must-haves when you're making art. The first one would be this IKEA stroller. I think this is very helpful. You can literally paint anywhere in the studio, and you can just take this along with you. You can put your palette over here, your water container over here. It's just so much more convenient and easier, and I would recommend all of the artists, specifically the full-time artists, to get this. If you want to add a little magic to your paintings, I would say the Arteza iridescent paints are incredible. I have used them a little bit in some of my paintings, and they just add like a magical touch. So you can get them if you like. I think this has been like a short description of all of my favorite art supplies. Again, all of my process, my painting process of me practically using these art supplies is captured in my previous videos. You can watch them if you like. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I wish you enjoyed it, and see you guys in the next one.